friends, welcome back. It is day 21 of the Every Bit Counts Challenge, and today we are making fermented jalapeno honey. I am so thankful to my family. If you'll notice, I haven't been in a video in a while. My sweet family took over while I was out of town for a few days, and my girls and Lance did some canning and preserving and dehydrating and all sorts of things. So I'm so thankful to them. It let me be away for a few days, but we still accomplished our goal of preserving and putting something back every day in the month of August like we've been doing, and we kept putting a video a day like has been our goal. Today we're going to do a quick and easy ferment. We're getting ready for the county fair, and it has been a lot of work, but this one doesn't take long at all, and it is fantastic. This is also great for allergies, colds, and flus. This will clear your sinuses out. Fermented jalapeno honey. Now, once we make this and it's fermented, you can pull the jalapenos out and you can put them on tacos, or you can put them on nachos, or you can put them on whatever you normally put jalapenos on, but they'll have the added health benefits of a ferment. And then the honey is great to take seasonally for seasonal allergies or for colds. It really helps clear out that nasal passage. It really helps clear out your sinuses. So this is a fantastic treat, but it's also a great medicinal thing to have on the shelf, especially with winter coming in a few months. And like the other ferments we've done, it couldn't be easier. You need raw honey and you need jalapenos. That's it. Well, you need a jar too. Clean, sterile jar. I'm using a pint jar. And here we go. The first thing we do is open our honey. Now, you want to use raw honey, not honey that's been processed, because it kills the enzymes that we're looking for. And I just want to pour some on the bottom. Have a good layer. Now, I am going to cut these jalapenos anywhere from 5 to 7. It usually takes, depending on the size of the jalapenos. Now, I'm going to want 2.5 inches of headspace for this jar, and that's quite a bit of headspace compared to what we normally do. I have this little ruler, 2.5 inches, puts it to about right here. So if you can see, that's not a ton, but again, we want to make sure that we've got enough space that the gases can do their work and that we don't end up with a mess in the pantry. So I always cut my jalapenos with a glove. My husband, with reckless abandon, does not, but I have learned the very hard way, and I've gotten on multiple occasions jalapeno juice in my eye. So I hold my jalapenos with one hand and I wear a glove on that hand. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut these jalapenos up into little rounds, and we're just gonna put them in here. And remember where that 2.5 inch headspace mark is, and we'll fill them up to there. And you can cut these in rounds, or you can cut them any way you like. If you like them smaller, go for it. This is also just a great way to use up jalapenos if you've got a flourishing pepper plant. Sometimes you just are bringing in more than you know what to do with. Well, these small batch recipes are great for bringing in a little every day. We had a little bunny munching on things from our garden, and I went out one day and he had eaten a tomato, and he had eaten the tops off a bunch of my green bean plants and the tops off of my okra, and then he'd gotten to my pepper plants. And there was one jalapeno on the ground that just had like teeth marks in it. It was like, whoops. He bit into it and decided his feasting was done for the day. All right, these were much bigger jalapenos, so it only took 4 of them to fill this jar up to where I need. So that's just fine. I can use the other jalapenos in salsa or just fresh eating or tons of things. Now I'm gonna take this jar and I'm gonna pour more honey, and I'm gonna coat the jalapenos and make it to where there's no jalapenos sticking out of the top. And I'm gonna seal this jar, and I'm gonna twist it back and forth, shake it up and down, I mean, you can shake it like this, but the honey at this point is really thick and it's not gonna let you shake it. Like with our honey fermented garlic, after a few days, you'll notice it get super watery and you'll be able to shake it. But right now, it's gonna take a while, but do flip it back and forth and make sure it's coated. These honey ferments are really some of the easiest recipes that you can ever make, and they are just wonderful things to have in your pantry. And that's it for preparing. Now what you'll want to do is to put this in a dark place, out of sunlight, room temperature, and you want to let this set for about a month. And you'll want to, every day, make sure you flip it up and down, and then do what's called burping, and you'll release air out of the top. Really important for the first 2 weeks, not so necessary the last 2 weeks, but that first 2 weeks, once this ferment is really starting to work, that's when you'll want to do the burping and make sure it's not leaking out. If you don't burp it, this could explode and make a big mess in your pantry, so you don't want to do that. But that's all there is to it. Once that month is up, you can open them, store them in your fridge, and they will last several months. This is a wonderful, wonderful recipe. Thank you so much for joining us today for making another great ferment to add to our pantry. We will be back tomorrow with probably another pretty quick one because, like I said, this week is County Fair week. And sometimes you can make huge projects and sometimes teeny tiny. We've got pickles coming up next week because next week we have a lot more time. So we heard y'all, the ones of y'all that have been shouting, pickles please, and relish. We're doing pickles and relish next week. But for now, it's the short quick because we got a lot to do. If you got some value out of this, please hit that like button and that subscribe button. It really does help us, and we are so thankful to each and every one of you for watching. Have a wonderful day.